Alright YouTube, 116 Falconer here. Today we're going to start the process of making some Reishi mushroom tincture. I've been fortunate enough to have these Reishi mushrooms growing on a dead hemlock in my yard. And from what I've read, I've never done this before, but what I read, when you have just a little bit of white at the end, that's when you're supposed to harvest them. So I'm going to make some tincture, and I'm also going to dehydrate some and make a powder out of it. It's supposed to have everything good for you in there. So let's give it a try here. I don't even know how. This is a big clump of mushrooms here. Don't know how you're supposed to harvest them, but we're going to give it a go. Bam! Look at that bad boy. That's a beautiful mushroom. Alright, well, let's get over to the workstation and we'll get the tincture going. Okay, here we are at the work center. Supposedly you're supposed to use 100 proof liquor, vodka, I guess most people use, a minimum of 100 proof. I walked over to our local crack dealing, meth making liquor store, and all they had was Everclear, 190 proof. So that's what I'm going to use. I got me a mason jar. So I'm going to slice this up and put the mushroom in there. I got to tell you, this smells like really nice mushroom. Very strong mushroom smell. It smells good. If you like mushrooms. So you're supposed to slice it up. I think I'll wait until I get to the inside pieces here. I'm going to slice it up into strips and then cube them and put it in there with the alcohol. Then let it in there for 3-4 weeks. All right. This here will definitely do it. Now to dry these in the oven, apparently you put the oven 170 degrees, put them on a drying screen, which I don't have, so I'll have to rig something up. And then let it run for 2 or 3 hours. Apparently you prop the door open with a spoon or something so the moisture can get out, and bam, Bob's your uncle. Do. we go. Perfect. Now open this stuff up. Ugh. I love beer. I hate liquor. Ugh. I don't even want to smell this stuff. I just hope this isn't too strong. I'll let me smell it. Huh. Smells like rubbing alcohol. But it's supposed to be corn alcohol. All right, so there we go. I think I'll check it in a little bit. Make sure the alcohol didn't go down, you know, absorbed into the mushrooms or something. So there you go, the beginning of Reishi Tincture. All right, YouTube, 106 Falconer. Back to this double extract Reishi mushroom tincture. It's been sitting in Everclear 190 proof for 6 weeks now. So what I'm going to do is drain it into this bowl. Then I'm going to put it in this coffee pot so I can see how much alcohol liquid we have left. Then apparently what you're supposed to do is take the mushroom pieces, put them in a pot, add water, boil it down until you have the same amount of water left over as you have alcohol. So let's get that done here. I've turned this every day. It's been sitting outside. I just turn it once a day. See what it smells like. It smells like mushroom. All right, so my mushrooms gotta come out of there. Come on. Whoop. All right. Whew. Damn. All right. So we have our mushrooms out. We have our alcohol. Then what I'm going to do is, once I boil the water down, I'm going to strain it through a coffee filter. All right, so we have this much of the alcohol tincture. All right, so we're right here at about maybe 3 cups. As far as I don't know where my Pyrex measuring cup is, or that thingamajiggy. So we're just gonna deal with this. So we need about just under 4 cups. So I'm gonna put that back in the jar. Put the cover on it so it doesn't evaporate. Then I'm going to put the mushroom pieces in a pot. I'm going to put that amount of water to see what it looks like, and then I'm going to add a few cups more of water. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, so I basically have about the same amount of water in there. All right, so it's looking like what I want to do is just boil it down until the mushrooms are just being exposed. So let me add some more water to it. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got them all floating pretty good there. Let me turn the fire on and we'll boil it down. Now, I don't know if you want to simmer it down or boil it down. I'm going to have to look. But for now, it's going to be the way it's at. So we'll be back once she starts boiling off. All right, YouTube. So she's been boiling away, covered up here for about 45 minutes. And it's just about where I want it to be. Now, I never realized that these mason jars had numbers on them. So, and you can see here all the stuff hanging in the liquid. Apparently that's what you want. So I'm not going to strain it through a coffee filter. I'm just going to shut the fire off, let the water cool down a little bit, run it through here, get the water, and fill this mason jar up, because right now we're at 400 milliliters. So I just need to fill it up to the top at 800, and we should be good to go. All right, so I ended up putting it in this glass container here. You can see, and man, it smells mushroomy. Oh man, it smells freaking good. So now I'm going to take that out, put this into the Everclear. It's hot. Ooh, just about perfect. I only got a little bit left over. She going in there. I throw the top on. I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to do it, but throw the top on here. Kind of looks like honey. All right, YouTube 116 Falconer. This is just to finish up my video on the Reishi mushroom dual extract tincture. Okay, now the other day when I drained the alcohol and then boiled the water down, I didn't filter the end results. So I tried it the next day. I put 1 tablespoon in my coffee and it was terrible. I mean, the whole coffee tasted like mushroom. So I let it sit for a couple days because it had all kinds of crap in there. And then I ran it through a coffee filter. And this is the end result. Now this morning I've shaken it because I put some in my coffee this morning. But when it sits overnight, you'll have a layer of white at the bottom here. Just shake it up. I put 1 teaspoon in my coffee, and it doesn't disflavor it, or it doesn't oddly flavor the coffee or anything. So, and I gotta tell you, I read that this stuff is a blood thinner, and I gotta show you something here. I've been taking it now for like 3 days. 1 tablespoon in the morning in my coffee. I may have to adjust it because I'll show you something here. I just got back from doing my morning hobble, and yesterday when I got back, I took my knee braces off, and I'll show you here. Come on, you son of a... My legs are all sweaty. Son of a bitch. And I just washed these things yesterday again. Oh. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this. That's not rash. That's actually blood pooling under the skin, almost bruised. The same thing happened when I was taking blood thinners after I had my heart attack. I would get them bruises. So I may have to... son of a... These Shock Doctor 875s are freaking awesome. I don't know if you can see that or not. All down the outside there. So that's caused by blood thinners. So I don't take blood thinners anymore prescribed by the doctor, but apparently just a couple days of taking this dual extract Reishi mushroom tincture, whatever, it's thinning the old blood. So anyways, that's it, man. I'm gonna give her a whirl, see what it does. All right, see ya.